Hello, Gloss Genius community, and hello, anyone and everyone out there for joining us this evening. My name is Danny Berkowitz. I'm the Gloss Genius community manager, and I am accompanied by some fabulous special guests this evening. We've got Alyssa Pablo, who's our brand experience manager, and we also have Kayla Valerio, who's one of our Gloss Genius educators and longtime members of our community. So super excited to pass over the reins to Alyssa in just a second. But just like everyone in our community, Alyssa is an incredible entrepreneur and also has experience being an entrepreneur in this industry. So we believe that she's going to lead an incredible workshop for everyone joining tonight. Let's get some shout outs going and see where everyone's at. Just to familiarize yourself with how this platform works and what will make tonight even more fun is your interaction. So for everyone that is on the call tonight, feel free to use the reactions buttons. I'm throwing some heart eyes, got some confetti, some thumbs up. Feel free to exercise that as much as you like. It helps those, who are guest speakers tonight feel really comfortable and supported. So let's show them the love that way. Couple other housekeeping items. I will be passing the mic over to Alyssa. She will be leading the conversation in terms of the workshop, and then we'll invite Kayla to join us as well. So Kayla, I know you're backstage right now. Thanks for waiting. Can't wait to have you on stage. And for anyone who's joining, feel free to participate in the chat. There's going to be a lot of interaction and opportunity for you to get involved and have fun and get your hands dirty virtually. So Alyssa's got an incredible presentation for us tonight. I've seen a preview of it and was inspired myself. So without further ado, Alyssa, I'd love to introduce you and welcome you. We'll go ahead and do a quick rundown of our agenda. I will let you lead that. You're going to give a presentation on brand strategy, how to build that framework, what tools we have in our tool belt already, and some others that you may not have thought of. Then we'll hop into our fireside chat with Kayla, and we'll close with a Q&A. So if you've got those burning questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, save them for the end for the Q&A. So Alyssa, I'd love to welcome you to the Gloss Genius community stage. Alyssa, you are one of Gloss Genius earliest hires, who has 10 years of experience in the beauty industry. And from what I know, before Gloss Genius, you were previously working in salons as a salon coordinator for Lash Lab and Bloom Blow Dry in San Francisco. You now hold one of the most important roles at Gloss Genius as the brand experience manager. And not only are you leading the creative team and working with all of the teams to ensure product market fit, you're also an incredible teammate, if I do say so myself. You have overseen many of our projects across the company and our vibrant Instagram account, getting us to 50,000 followers at one point long ago. Now we're way past that. And overall, just leading brand strategy and helping us find what that Gloss Genius voice is and helping people find it in themselves too. So Alyssa, I'm so excited to welcome you to the stage tonight. Here are a couple, I guess, day in the life clips of what Alyssa's life might be like behind the chair, in the chair. You see that she loves being a part of this community. So Alyssa, welcome. And thank you so much for being here this evening.
Danny, that was such a sweet intro. Thank you so much. I know we had an official intro, but it's just your warmth and your heart that just totally makes it. So I appreciate you so much. And thank you, Amber. I'm so lucky to work with you, Danny, Kayla, as well. I appreciate the intro. Here's just some supporting images of what Danny mentioned. Here are some of the salons that I worked in before, me doing makeup. I love traditional glam makeup, but I also really love theater makeup. glam makeup. We want to make people look beautiful and younger. I really love making people look older and giving them wrinkles and working with prosthetic noses. And in this case, this is my Tarzan. I gave him a six-pack that day. I have a photo of my own brand that I have, Myrily, and then the bottom right photo, I actually just added for fun. This is not my work. This is actually Kayla's work. She did a rainbow hair color on me a few years ago, and it was such a pleasure to sit in her chair. So thank you, Danny, so much for that intro. Hello, everybody. I am so excited to be here. We have a lot to get into tonight, and I share all of this because I want you to know that I am one of you, and we have a lot to get into. So tonight we are going to focus on building your brand identity, building your brand foundation. Before I say this or share this, I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. I know how busy life and running a business can be and what the to-do list looks like as a business owner, but hats off to you all for taking the time to invest in you and your business this evening. Know that this workshop is meant to actively help you work towards your business. So I hope you're all as excited as I am to get into it today. So this is my hope for you this evening. By the end of this workshop, my hope is for you to walk away with a stronger sense of identity within your brand to help you make more intentional strategic decisions for your business. And how we're going to do that tonight is by learning about what a brand strategy means and start building the framework for that strategy. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do this together. We're going to take our time. There's going to be pauses. I'm going to be with you in the chat. Danny's going to be with you in the chat. I'm looking at it now. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Skylar. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm very, very excited for this, and I hope you all are too. I recommend if you have having a pen, paper, your notes, pen and paper might be the best if you have it, just because I know we're all visual people, so and you might get a little visual with the activity that we're going to do together. So are we ready? Use the react buttons if you are. Thumbs up. Awesome. So excited to see this. Yes. Okay. This is going to be a whole brand party, and I love it. All right. So we're going to get into what brand strategy actually means. So your brand strategy is a big picture plan and really your why behind everything that you do. Having a solid brand strategy will help you create long-term brand equity. It'll help you stand apart from competitors and really influence how people and your clients perceive your business. It clarifies where you're headed, what you're trying to achieve, and it provides a solid framework for how you're going to get there. To dive into what brand equity means, it is the value of your brand, the perceived value by a customer or a client. And it's based on the quality, desirability, and overall experience that they have with your brand. Why do you need a brand strategy? Having a clear strategy demonstrates the impact that brand can have on your business. I mentioned earlier, we all have a long to-do list being business owners, and often as business owners, we can get lost in the day-to-day with what's on that to-do list. And we can often make decisions for a business that may not actually resonate with our brand or actually take us towards our goals. We may just want to, fix the immediate need. But having a brand strategy can help guide everything that you do across your business and help you figure out exactly how you want to reach your goals in an intentional way. Also, if you guys have questions, I'm happy to answer them throughout. I am looking at the chat as we go through this. Again, this is a conversation. This is a workshop, virtual workshop. We're doing this together. I'm going to share how you would use your brand strategy. So several things, right? With your marketing to ensure all your marketings are contributing to your business and creating a brand that clients love. through your customer service, when you are writing your email campaigns, your text campaigns, when you're messaging clients on Instagram or DMs, in your salon. How are you going to create your environment and create that space that your clients will soon call home, and how they'll experience your brand? And then if you're a team, it will be a foundational reference for everyone on your team who interacts with the brand to help them deliver on it consistently throughout. So overall, I know I went through a lot, but to keep it simple, your brand strategy is when you turn your why into an actionable how. And it assists in knowing how you are going to live out that why. I think we all know our why. And tonight we're going to figure out how we're going to live it. I was chatting with my mentor the other day, and she said to me, "What's the point of doing anything if it's not meaningful or has a purpose?" Your brand is where your purpose lives, and your brand strategy, again, is how you will live that out. So, moving on, I mentioned that the core of this workshop is we're going to build that brand strategy together. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it, and then we'll get into it together. So what we're going to do this evening, you saw earlier, Kayla is the owner of the House of Color. In theme with that, we are going to build a brand house, and this is going to be the foundation of your brand. And the framework that you're about to see is a common marketing framework that businesses use to help organize and understand their beliefs and messaging of their brand. So again, I'm going to walk us through layer by layer. We'll see what it looks like all together at the end, and then we're going to build each step together. So again, have your pen and papers ready. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's helpful. Awesome. Okay, so I mentioned house. The top of the house, we have the roof. This is where your mission lies. This is your North Star that guides everything that you do. Here you'll have your mission statement, which is a short summary of your business's purpose. Going down the middle, we're going to figure out your cultural impact. What's your impact on culture? Your emotional benefit. How do you want to make your clients and your customers feel? We're going to get down to the product truth. What is the utility that you provide? Or in other words, your service truth of what you provide for your clients. We're going to think about our brand values. This is a big one, the purpose and the behaviors of your brand. And then the last one we'll go through is your business ambition. This is a safe space for all of us to dream. Where is your business 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now? And what you see here on the side, so we're going to work on everything that goes down the middle. That's the foundation of your brand. And what you see here on the side are the external factors that affect everything in the center. So for example, the center is the same, but factors like what's happening in the market or in community or in pop culture, or maybe you want to target a specific target audience, those are things that can help you express everything down the middle. And I'm happy to get into that further in a little bit. But this essentially is the brand house. Again, a common marketing framework that a lot of brands use in business to help them feel solid and have that foundation for their brand. And I'm so excited for all of you to apply this framework to your own business as well. So how we're going to do it is looking at each of these layers. We're going to answer some questions, and I set them out for you. And we'll take it through again, layer by layer. I know a lot of this is a lot to think about. So I just want to preface with that you don't have to have it all figured out right now, and you don't have to have the perfect words today. We went through this same exercise here at Gloss Genius, and it took us months and months, as it should have, because this does take a lot of thought. It's the heart and soul of your business. And tonight, even if you just get inspired a little bit or figure out what your emotional benefit is or what your cultural impact is, consider that a win, because I know that this takes a lot of time and it's going to guide your business, for the rest of your business's life. So Just want to preface with that. It's totally okay to take your time with this, as you should. So, to encourage discussion tonight, I'm excited to share that we're going to do a swag giveaway. We have some awesome brand new Gloss Genius swag. We have crew necks, we have tumblers, we have mugs, we have, I don't know, I could go down the list. But again, to encourage participation, please maybe share some adjectives or your thoughts that you're having in the chat. And at the end of tonight's workshop, we're going to randomly choose 2 winners to win swag. Awesome. Okay, and then one other thing before we get to into the house, I have someone special who is also working on their brand strategy tonight. If any of you are familiar with the one and only Paulette Bonafonte from Legally Blonde, she is an iconic nail tech in the industry, also known as Jennifer Coolidge, aka Tanya McCoy for any White Lotus fans. But she is the owner of Paulette's Parlor, and she's working on her brand strategy. We've been working on it together. She loves Gloss Genius. She's based out of Boston. This is her booking site, and we're excited for her to use her as an example for tonight's workshop. So excited to see you all excited about it. Amazing. All right. Are we ready to get into it? Can I get some thumbs up, hearts? Yes. Okay. Char said, okay, cover photo, right? She did a whole editorial shoot. All right, let's do this. So, first layer of the brand house. This is your mission. This is your North Star that guides everything that you do. What guides everything that you do? Think about your mission statement, again, as a short summary of your company's purpose. It provides perfect clarity behind the what, the who, the why. Here's Paulette's example mission, and her mission is to provide clients with a delightful nail spa experience through high quality, innovative, and rejuvenating services. She took a lot of time to think about this, right? High quality, she's a perfectionist. All the nail techs in her salon are perfectionists. She wants to be known to have innovative nail designs, really dope designs, crystals, pearls, you name it. And rejuvenating. If anyone remembers Paulette, she was such an empowering woman. She has this vibrant, bright spirit, and that's the spirit that her salon creates, right? There's an energy to her. So, rejuvenated is how she wants her clients to leave, Danny. The bend and snap, yes, that may or may not be a service on her website to learn how to bend and snap. It's only 20 minutes and costs $30. But this is Paulette's mission. So I'm going to ask you all in the chat. I know a mission is big to think about, but what are some adjectives that come to mind for your mission? Or does anyone have a North Star for their business? Thank you, Danny. And with each layer, we're going to take our time. I see some of you typing. Again, I would think about what do you want to provide for clients? What is the experience you want them to have? How you're going to do it? When Paulette was thinking about her mission with the word rejuvenated, she did that for Elle, right? In the movie. Elle left the salon ready to take on law school. She was ready to win her ex-boyfriend back. And it's an energy that she wanted her clients to feel that was natural to her. All right, we got one. Thank you, Roxy. Roxy said, I want to provide luxury services and have you feeling your best self when you walk out the door. I love that. Shar said, expert status work, welcoming environment. I love that. And again, you don't have to have every word figured out, even just an idea of what you're thinking towards your mission is still productive and helpful for everyone here tonight. This mission statement seems too general. Should we try to personalize our mission or keep it very general? That's a really great question. Healing, hold, mind, body, and spirit. Those are great buzzwords. To answer your question, I would say to think about your mission again. This is your North Star. What is your main focus as you go throughout your day to day? And I think as we go through the rest of the house, you'll be able to understand how you should frame this in terms of where you want to be more general or be a little bit more specific with each layer. Tasha said, serving my community with integrity, humanity, compassion, and purpose. I love that. Barbette said, quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intentions, intelligent direction, and skillful execution. That is beautiful, Barbette. Quality is absolutely intentional. My mission is to help hairstylists feel more confident behind the chair, one class at a time. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, Gina. So maybe if you're not behind the chair and you are an educator, you can use this exercise to think about it in that way as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. I'm going to move on to the next layer. I hope this at least planted a seed. And again, as we go through each layer, we can think about how we want to get more specific. And I see a lot of buzzwords and adjectives. Some may fit as we start thinking about this somewhere else. So keep those creative juices flowing. Okay, cultural impact. This is the next layer in the house. What is the problem that you solve, the wider problem that you solve in the world? What is your impact on the world? Think deep on this one. For Paulette, she infuses confidence and beauty into the hands of people that change the world. So she knows that she is working with the hands that make an impact outside of her salon, right? Her impact goes further and it impacts, again, people and the world outside of it. So that's kind of, I hope that's helpful for how you should think about this is, yes, you're impacting people, but how much farther does that go? And I'm going to use one of our educators, Octavia. I'm not sure if you're here tonight. I can't see the list, but if you are, using you as an example, Octavia Jones is the owner of Forever Aura Skincare. She's a Gloss Genius educator. And I'm using her as an example because if you look in her bio, I love that she says internal healing reflects, then it emanates. So here she shows that her impact on her clients goes even further, right? When you're going through healing, you become a light and that light is spread to others. And I love that Octavia knows that her impact goes far and she knows that it all starts within. So my question for you all is, does anyone know or want to share or have an idea of what they feel like their cultural impact is? I'm going to go through some of the previous messages in the chat because I think there was a little bit of cultural impact that someone mentioned. Let's see. Yeah, Tasha, serving my community with integrity, humanity, compassion, and purpose. I think you know that even though you're seeing one client at a time, you're serving a larger community with your talents. Gina, when I think about yours, you said your mission is to help hairstylists feel more confident behind the chair. one class at a time, right? Your impact goes to those hairstylist clients and helps them feel more confident. I love our industry because self-expression is holistic. And as whether you're a hairstylist or a nail tech or in skincare, what you're doing is self-expression on its own. But then the client that you're working with is also having a moment of self-expression with what they decide to do with you in your chair, right? With their hair or their nails or whatever it is. So maybe that plants a seed for thinking about your cultural impact. I know this one's tough, so I'm going to keep going. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Emotional benefit. How do you make people feel? What is the feeling that you create for your clients? Maybe think about some of the reviews and feedback you receive from them as well. How does everyone feel when they leave your salon? What do they remember you for? Think about that intimate connection that you have with them. At Paulette's Parlor, we help clients feel confident, taken care of, and ready to take on the world as their best selves. I think one of you also used best selves as well, right? Again, if I'm referring back to Legally Blonde, Elle Woods left feeling confident about herself. She knows that there's no better feeling than a fresh set. And when you're sitting with her in her chair, she wants you to know that you are fully taken care of from the beginning, the second you walk into the door and outside of it. Ready to take on the world as their best selves, right? It's back to that energy. It's back to that empowerment that she gave to Elle. It was who she was that made her different. It was her own spirit that empowered Elle to be able to do what she needed to do. So think about your emotional benefit. Again, how do you make your clients feel? Jar said, a safe space. We can talk about whatever, whenever, with no judgment. Barbette, oh, I love this. Like a burden lifted, feeling lighter is what a client told me last week. Okay, I need to come see you. Krista Parker said, feeling better than when they walked in the door. Absolutely. I hope you all remember that your clients walk in one way and they leave another. That is your impact that you have on them. I see more people typing. Feeling better than they walk in the door. Yes, anytime you're in Washington. Thank you, Barbette. I will be there. Tasha wants them to feel heard. Absolutely. You may have a Cosmo license, but you might as well be a psychologist as well. Okay. Roxy, my clients always leave saying they should pay me more for that therapy session. I have my degrees in psychology. Okay, Roxy, and family and human development. So that has been a huge part of my services. Plus, they feel beautiful, amazing. Yes, exactly. So use that. Use that when you think about your emotional benefit, when you're thinking about your brand house, right? Fully step into that because that is a gift that you have and that is what makes you different. Their connection that they have with you is so special. That's why they don't want to go to nobody else, right? So use that for your emotional benefit and make that a core pillar of your brand. Barbette, I love that. We need a t-shirt. All right, I'm going to move on. Oh, I had an example for you all. So Kendall Whitley, I don't know if Kendall was here today either, but I wanted to use her as an example. So this is a snippet from her Gloss Genius booking site in her About section. For anyone who knows Kendall, you know that she creates a safe space for her clients. It's a personalized and custom experience to them. She meets them where they're at in their identity journey. She does gender affirming haircuts. She's trained in all hair types and textures. She does energy work. So when I look at Kendall, the emotional benefit that I see for her brand is she makes people feel validated, seen, heard, renewed. So again, think about what your special connection with your clients is. Why do they love coming to you? You are their best therapist. Or maybe you make them laugh, maybe you make them feel joyful, maybe your space is calm and serene, right? Maybe you're like Kayla and you have a sense of community. They're excited to hang out with the girl gang, or if you're a barber, maybe they're excited to kick back with the dudes at the barber shop. So I hope that's helpful with thinking about your emotional benefit. I also wrote down in my notes, if I'm speaking in Gen Z words, what's your vibe? In a few words, what's your vibe? How do you make people feel? Okay, moving on to the next layer of the house, your product truth. So your product truth, we can also think about this in the sense of your service truth. What is the utility that you provide? What do you provide for clients? Here, I want you to strip the fluff. What is your service? For a tanning salon, I would say the service truth is that they provide clients with a healthier and safer method of achieving a sun-kissed tan all year round, right? Krista, our services go much deeper than just hairs, nails, etc. Yes, absolutely. For Paulette's Parlor, her product truth is she provides high quality nail spa services that are sustainable, innovative, and fun. Tasha creates beautiful hair for busy people. Yes, I love it. So, product truth, this one is straight to the point. If you were to strip all the fluff of all the pretty words, let's get down to what the truth is behind your business. So, I'm going to use Gloss Genius as an example for this one. Gloss Genius provides holistic support to beauty and wellness professionals to help them fulfill their highest potential. So this is our truth, and it comes down to three things, right? Technology, education, and community. That is the core of our business in order to help beauty professionals reach their highest potential. Okay, do we have anyone else who wants to share their product truth in the chat? Barbette said, elevating to the next level of business for your niche. Octavia, hi! I don't know if you just joined, but we just used your business as an example. Hope that's okay. The community continues to learn from you, even when you're not here. Of course, of course. Awesome. All right. I think we're halfway down through the house, and I'm looking at time, so I'm going to keep going. Next layer of the brand house is your brand values. Okay, this is a big one. What does your brand stand for? What does your brand believe? This will take some time, and you can find a format that works for you. For me, I like thinking about this one from a we are what framework. You can also have your values be a single word, right? You can take out the we are, you can say women owned, sustainable, innovative, inclusive, and empowering. This is Paulette's Parlor's values. So for her, she's woman owned and she's proud of that. She is sustainable. We all know that Paulette loves her animals, so she uses eco friendly products that don't test on animals. She's innovative, again, going back to her overall creative process and also the nail designs that she wants to do. She loves when a client comes in and says, do whatever you want, because that's the brand that she created for them to be able to have fun and create an innovative nail designs. She is inclusive. I think we all know that with Paulette, it's a safe space and we empower, right? We saw her do that again with Elle and everyone else in her salon. So in the chat, again, I know this one takes a lot of time, but what is one thing that your brand stands for? I want to hear from you. Transparency, that is a great one. Diversity, yes. Diversity, yes. Accountability, absolutely. It's that aftercare, right? Your service can only do, getting the thumbs up. Your service can only do so much. It's the aftercare that keeps them in training. Upgrade, heighten, yes. We're elevating our clients. We're elevating in our business. I love that. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, brand values. This is probably where I take the most time. Everything else is just as important, but there's several things in here that you want to think about, right? What are your beliefs? What are your foundational beliefs? What is the why behind your why? These are, I would say, compared to some of the other stuff in the brand house, I use the brand values again to help guide any business decisions. If we're doing a campaign, or if we want to do a collaboration, or if we want to do maybe like a giveaway, collaborating with another brand. Whatever we're doing in those things, does it fall back into our brand values? For example, with Paulette, one of her values is we are sustainable. She only likes using eco-friendly and products that don't test on animals. Would she partner with someone who isn't a sustainable brand and does test on animals? No, right? So that is how you would use these brand values, again, in an actionable way. Integrity, yes, absolutely. And I think that goes hand in hand with transparency as well when it comes to your client relationships. I think first example that comes to mind is like I just got a facial last week, and as scared as I was to look in the mirror, I appreciated her being transparent with me about what I needed to work on within my skin. So I love that. Thank you all for sharing. All right, so this is the last and final layer of the brand house, and this is your brand ambition. So your long-term ambition that's rooted in your business objective. So I want you to think big. What is the big dream for your business? Where are you 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Again, this is a safe space to dream, but also I know sometimes we hold the vision to ourselves as well. But what do you want people to think about it when it comes to your brand in 10 years? What do you want your brand to be remembered for? And to make this, again, a little bit more tangible, an example brand ambition for Paulette is Paulette's Parlor is the #1 eco-friendly nail salon in the Boston area for innovative nail design and high quality services. Everybody knows that if they want a dope nail design, they go to Paulette, right? And they know that she has integrity behind the products that she uses. Another way to think about this is maybe your big dream is a franchise salon. Maybe your big dream is having a full team if you're on your own right now. Maybe the big dream is having multiple locations. Maybe you're in a commission salon right now and you want to be out on your own. Or maybe even your business is simply just allowing you to be financially free. What does your business look like in 10 years? All right, so I'm seeing Tasha said convenient, affordable, friendly. Those are great words to kick off from. Octavia, ethical, intentional care, uplifting the next generation. Barbette, you are already uplifting this generation, so I hope you know that. I see Shar is typing, but I love the big dream, Barbette. This one's fun, and it's meant to be fun, and it's meant to be motivating, and along with your mission, right? That's your North Star every single day, and this is the one that you have in your back pocket, and that's the one that you're working towards. Shar said, not behind the chair, but providing a community and mentor cohort. Love that. Maybe your goal is to be an educator. Roxy, I want to empower and help grow our future stylists. I feel like my brand is very different, not common, and want to give the confidence to future stylists that I didn't have. I love that. Kripali says, world's best one-stop shop for all beauty services, bigger than the biggest. Go. Yes, greatest of all time. Absolutely. I see a few more people typing. Thank you all so much for sharing. I'm sure your visions are also inspiring other people that are here as well. I love that you said bigger than the biggest. Go. Okay. All right. So that was your brand ambition, which means that we have gone through the full house. So by the time you have each layer figured out, this is what your brand house should look like. And as a quick overview, when you look at this, your mission at the top, it's clear. You know what you're set out to do. You know what impact you're having on the world, the meaning behind it all. You know how you're making your clients feel and the lasting impression you have from them. Going down, you know what the truth is behind what you do and that no one can take that away from you. Your brand values are who you are and are what you live and breathe through everything that you do. And your business ambition, that's the big vision that you can hold on to for yourself to keep going. So, how does everybody feel now that we got to the end of the house, that we built our house? Thank you for the reactions. Yay, love the heart eyes, confetti. This is awesome. Amazing. All right, well, bravo. Hats off to you all for taking the time to work on your business. Again, I know that each layer in building this house takes a lot of time. So don't be afraid to continue working on this afterwards. Is this brand house made especially for beauty, or is it a general? So this is a general framework. You can Google this framework. You can Google brand house framework. You'll see different people will have their layers be a little bit different, but these are the ones that I've worked with before that I think really hit some of the most important aspects of your business. Again, as you all said, part-time, full-time beauty professional, full-time therapist, right? So you have a cultural impact, you have an emotional benefit. There's truth behind what you do. And I know you all have heart behind what you do as well, which is your brand values. And I know we're all big dreamers, so that's where your mission and your business ambition lie. So this is, again, it's a general framework, but I chose the layers that I feel like would be best for all of you. Yes, the slides will be available to download. So hats off to you, bravo. And also don't go anywhere because we're still doing our fireside chat with Kayla, who is also going to give us some incredible wisdom around a brand. But as Elle Woods would say, we did it. So hats off to you all. Thank you so much for your participation. We're going to choose, I'm going to let Kayla choose at the end who the giveaway winners are. We're just going to scroll and randomly choose. Really quick, before we get into our fireside chat with Kayla, I want to just share 2 tools that can help you with building your brand identity. So I encourage you all to use your mood board or to create a mood board and use whatever works for you, whether it's Pinterest, whether it's Canva, Figma, magazines, but create a board just for your brand and think about what you want your brand to not just look like, but feel like, sound like. What would your brand say? What attitude does it have? Does it have a fierceness or attitude behind it? So this is Paulette's brand board, and she has a really fun brand. It's feminine, it's playful. She likes pastels, but even though while her pastels are soft, she has a little bit of edge to her, right? She loves her denim, and she has her fierceness, with the quote, "What? Like it's hard?" I feel like you all can say that now when it comes to building a brand strategy. Her brand is nostalgic. So again, this is a fun activity to do for your brand when it comes to your visual identity. You can reference this often when it comes to your salon decor, your marketing visuals, your booking site backgrounds, your card reader pattern. I love using mood boards, and I know as creatives we have a lot of fun with it. And the second tool I recommend you using is a software that allows you to show off your brand. So you took all this time to master it, create something beautiful, and it deserves to be in the spotlight. So this is a look at Paulette's Gloss Genius booking site. If you're not currently on Gloss Genius, this is what our booking site websites look like. That's her beautiful nails in the background that she did for her photo shoot that's beautifully showcased. To the left, that's one of her services that clients see when online booking. She chose a soft mauve to periwinkle accent color for her buttons. And in her salon, she's rocking our Make It Rainbow card reader that you see on the right to take payments in style as Paulette would. So those are the two tools that I wanted to share with you. Again, if you have any questions, let me know, but I'm excited to get into the fireside chat with Kayla. So I'm gonna ask Kayla to come on stage. Let's see. Hi, Kayla.
Hello.
Amazing. Hi. Okay, allow me to formally introduce Kayla to the stage. Kayla is the owner of House of Color. She's been a hairstylist for 15 years and specializes in vivid color. She's also a Gloss Genius educator. We've had the pleasure of working with her for many, many years. She's worked in every type of salon and is also a licensed barber. And tonight we're going to get to know, as I mentioned, House of Color, which is her 90s baby, a brand that I absolutely love and just find so much joy in just watching. I hope I get to experience it in person one day. Here is a quick glance at her Instagram feed that I just had to take a photo or take a screenshot of. As you can see, her brand is super fun. It's vibrant. It's nostalgic. It's edgy. There's an energy to it and a clear feeling that you get when you experience it, right? I always say that your brand is a feeling. And for me, when I see Kayla's brand, I feel pure joy when I see this. I also screenshotted, we'll get into the questions in just a few seconds, but I also screenshotted an event she has coming up, which is a tattoo pop-up. And I thought this was a great example of how Kayla made a decision for her business that works directly with her brand strategy. Her brand is creative, it's artsy, and this collaboration absolutely reflects that. So I feel like I've been talking forever. Kayla, I'm like itching to hear from you as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We're so excited for you to be here, and let's get into our Q&A.
Yay.
Okay.
Yes,
Kayla, how are you feeling?
I'm so excited to be here. Good. I'm so excited to be here. I literally I appreciate you guys so much for loving my brand as much as I love it. So this is so important to me. I love to be able to show it. I worked really hard on my salon, so I really love to just show the uniqueness of it and just kind of help anyone else that has issues with their branding, because it's probably one of the most important things about running a salon, I would say.
Absolutely. Well, clearly you've killed it. So we're excited, excuse me, to learn from you. So why don't we start with you telling us about the House of Color brand? What inspired you? Where did you start? How did you put it together?
Yeah, so as far as House of Color, it's very different than my other salons. I had a couple different salons and just didn't really like represent the hair I was doing. They had a really like beautiful, clean aesthetic, but kind of a bit more of like a white type of aesthetic. And I do a lot of colorful, vivid hair. So for me, I was like, I need a salon that literally reflects like who I am as a person, like the little unicorn I have inside me, and just like all the hair I actually do. So for me, I love the 90s. I was born 89, but I consider myself like a 90s baby. I love everything like colorful, like Lisa Frank, Trolls dolls, like literally anything that's just 90 and colorful. And I just kind of knew like everyone was kind of like leaning into like the 70s vibe, which I still have like a bit of, but I really wanted to kind of do this colorful, just like felt like you were in like your bed. Literally, we have people come in that say, this feels like my bedroom in the 90s. Yeah. And like, that's kind of what I wanted to emulate with the salon. So that was kind of my vision, was like, I kind of wanted to just like feel like you were like in your bedroom in the 90s, hanging out with your girlfriends, like listening to some music. So I really kind of leaned into that like 90s neon color palette and kind of like went with that.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I love that. I feel like if I got to sit in your salon, it would give that exact feeling. It feels like a safe space because it reminds me of, again, when I was in my happy place when I was little in my childhood. I think what we can learn from how you put your brand together is you really stepped into just the things that you love and you fully express that throughout your brand and in your salon. And I always say this, and I hear Danny on the other side singing. I don't know if it's NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, but she always sings to me when I say this. She says, she's saying, what makes you different? I know she's typing, she's gonna do it. But what makes you different is what makes you you, right?
Yeah.
And people love you for for a certain reason. So just fully step into that, into your personality, and create the personality of your brand that truly reflects you. I think that's the easiest way to go about it, Danny.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe I
just felt like, did she say what it was? Yeah. I just felt like if I'm gonna build like an actual salon and have people come in and like experience it, like it needs to be a lot of me. And my other salons didn't really feel that way, even though they were still beautiful. And this salon feels like me, like through and through. So it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think often like we'll see on like Instagram or TikTok, like what is the trending aesthetic or whatever it is, right? I learned, as much as I thought I was a minimalist, I am not. I am a maximalist, and I love that about me. And so just fully step into what you love, because more than likely the people that you want to attract into your salon are people who love those things too, right? Awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, my next question for you, Kayla, is how do you want clients to feel when they walk into House of Color? I know you kind of answered that a little bit, but maybe touch on emotional benefit, as that's kind of what we've been talking about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just want like a super welcoming space that literally can come into. We have clients that range from like 6 months old to like 70 years old. And I just kind of wanted like everyone to feel so comfortable and like so, really safe in a space, really just welcoming, really friendly, really colorful. Again, with the kind of like going into your bedroom, and like a client said that to me and I was like, that is so cool. Like she was like, I feel like I'm literally in my bedroom in like the 90s. I just absolutely loved that, because that's exactly what I was kind of like going for. So when she said that, I really loved that. But she also just was like, people always say, I want to hang out here all day. Like, can I just come in and hang out? I'm like, yeah, you can come and hang out, like, if you want to be here. So the fact that people just kind of want to like come and like spend time, to me, it's like not just a hair salon, it's like a whole community. And it's kind of like just this really like beautiful, safe space that like I literally have clients come here and work on their computer sometimes and just like hang out for a little bit. It's almost like going to your favorite coffee shop. Like the fact that people feel like they want to do that in my space I created is like really cool.
I love that. I love that. you said community. What would you say are some of your values as a salon owner or for the House of Color brand?
Yeah, I would definitely like as far as like the community collaborativeness, like I have so many amazing talented clients that do so many things. So like having just that super creative, like artistic like value in my salon is super important, super welcoming, a really super safe space that literally anyone can come to and not feel a certain way. They know they're not being judged when they walk in the door. They can literally ask for any style, haircut, color under the sun, and we will never, like, there will be no judgment from anyone in the salon. So I think that's what's like really important to me.
Amazing. You've definitely accomplished that, and it shows. My next question for you, we talked about, I showed them the tattoo pop-up that you're doing. How does your brand drive the events and activities that you plan in your salon or even within your team? Because I know your team does a lot of fun stuff together as well.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. You know what? I just realized my iPad might die, so I'm gonna change positions.
Yes,
really
let's
quick,
go.
just
Get
so
the
that
charger.
doesn't happen in the middle of the call.
You're good. It's okay. We get a little
I'm
glimpse
like,
of your salon as you walk us through anyway.
You know, yeah. Now you guys get to see like 90s wall. Now you get to see like more of the
I love
salon.
it.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
So I would say, so like I was saying, I have a lot of clients that I actually have a lot of, so the tattoo pop-up was the one that you specifically, like kind of put up on the screen, and I have like 6 to 7 clients for us. So for me, being able to collab with them in a space, like I love having events that are not salon based. I love having salon events as well, but I love to have like different types of events because I have so many talented clients that do so many amazing things. So like if I can incorporate that into my space, like
Oh no, we might be breaking up. Kayla, are you there?
Oh no, is it breaking up? Yes.
Just a little bit. You were saying, okay, you love to incorporate them into your space.
Yeah, just clients that do so many amazing things. So being able to bring that into my space because it's still so creative, but it's not hair based particularly. I love being able to do that.
Amazing. Awesome. Kayla, I'm not sure if it's just me. And Danny, ping me if it's on your end too.
Okay.
The camera, it says it disabled the video because your bandwidth is too low, but we can hear you great.
Oh no.
Video.
Okay, I'll keep talking.
Okay. I see Danny typing. Oh, you see perfectly well too. Okay. So maybe if it's just me, but if you guys can still see her, then that's all that matters. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so my next question for you is, you mentioned building your brand took a lot of time and it was challenging. Can you share, what you found challenging and how you overcame it?
Yeah, so it's actually really funny that you asked me to do this kind of branding job because I'm actually kind of like rebranding my actual brand right now, more so my actual logo. I've never like really been in love with my logo, and I kind of feel like this is great to be able to talk about because I feel like people make a logo and they're kind of just like, that's my logo forever and that needs to be my logo. And I think it is absolutely change your logo 2 to 5 years into your business if it doesn't reflect who you are anymore and if it doesn't like serve a purpose. So for me right now, that's actually what I'm doing. So it was really interesting when you said to do this branding because I think my biggest challenge right now is setting an actual logo for my business that reflects what my business is now opposed to what it was when I first opened 2 years ago. Yeah,
you bring up a really, really great point. Tonight we built your brand house, right? And it's okay if your brand house evolves over time. And with what you're doing with your visual identity, again, figuring out with your visual identity what you want to do now with your logo, you can refer back to that brand house that you built, right? Maybe you can take inspiration from the values or the emotional impact or the cultural impact that your brand has. Those are the things that can dictate that visual identity to have purpose, right? So I'm so excited you were here, Kayla, to do the workshop with us, and I hope that that helps with your logo process.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's really important to know that like what your brand is at the beginning, it might not stay that way, and it's completely
Right.
fine to like rebrand a bit and kind of like find yourself a little bit more, especially when you're first opening a salon to, you know, being in a salon for two more of an understanding of like my actual brand now. So it'll be really exciting to see what my logo becomes.
Awesome. Tori said so good. I love that your salon is evolving with you. All right, we have a question related to the Gloss Genius booking site. What's the difference between booking site and a website created through a website builder or an agency? So, Kayla, do you maybe want to share your experience with the Gloss Genius booking site and share how it benefits you and your business?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I actually do have both. I have a regular website and a Gloss Genius booking site. That's only because I have commission renters. So like for me, it's a little bit easier to do it that way. But for my Gloss Genius site, I use it as a Teams site and I can have multiple people on it. So if you're a business owner and you have girls on commission, you can actually have everyone all in one page. It's so easy. I was literally just selling Gloss to these girls that came up today, and I was like, sent them my code. I was like, you literally need this website, and I showed them it, and they were like, this is amazing, because each individual person can get their own pretty much like booking, pretty much their own website. It's really amazing, which not many booking sites do. It's just super easy. It's like 4 to 5 little, literally your whole appointment is booked. So to me, it's, and you can still totally have like your brand and your brand colors. I have a lot of pictures on mine. I wish I had my phone on me, I'd bring it up, but I have, you know, it's still very customizable.
Yeah.
I just also love that there's so much more you can do with Gloss Genius than just having like a regular HTML like website.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for that, Kayla. I think one of my favorite parts about the Gloss Genius booking site is it takes minutes to get up, and it saves you time and money.
It's
Building
so quick.
a website, right? You have to have, you know, your whole branding together. You got to figure out sometimes HTML, what layout template, things like that. It takes so much time. Whereas with Gloss, you upload your booking site, you put up your services, your hours, a little bit about you, and you can start booking clients within minutes and easily add it to your Instagram. So it saves you time, saves you money, and it's included in every Gloss Genius subscription. Okay, I recognize we're at time, but we're going to take just a few more minutes to ask Kayla a few more questions. If you're holding on for that, I appreciate you. So my next question for you, Kayla, is let's talk about teams a little bit. You built a really awesome team who naturally reflect the House of Color brand. What advice do you have to other owners with building a team that reflects your brand?
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the most challenging parts too, because you really want people that are going to reflect your, you know, your salon, and you want people out there that are really like reflecting your salon. Like if someone says, I work at House of Color, like I want that person, like that totally makes sense that you work at House of Color.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just as I do, and the same kind of values, the same morals, like we're all kind of in this together. We all really want this like safe, welcoming space. We want anyone that comes in to be able to feel comfortable. Also someone that, you know, I want to say like looks cool, but you know, someone that kind of like fits the aesthetic as well. We literally all dress the same, like not like this, but we all have the same style. We all kind of like wear very like 90s, 70s clothes. So it's really fun when we go out because we all kind of like have a similar vibe going on, a similar aesthetic. And honestly, we just all get along so well because we have so many like things in common, especially when it comes to the way we work, like our values, things like that.
Amazing. I mean, it's the ultimate girl gang when I see your team photos. Going back to the brand house again, right? With your interview process, with how you talk with potential renters in your salon, do they carry the same brand values that you have set out for your salon? Do they care about the emotional impact
Yeah, and they
on people? Go ahead, Kayla.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's really tough. I think a lot of people get nervous about having like renters and commission because stylists are going to be like completely, you know, the mold of what you want them to be, where, you know, renters may kind of like go on their own and do their own thing. But like, honestly, like my renters are so like they're still House of Color. Like they put House of Color first and foremost, even before their own brands, which means the world to me because I still want them to build their own individual brands. But I think just creating this really like fun, cool space, like they want to be a part of it. They don't want to kind of just like branch off on their own. They're like, we still like my girls are like, we're gonna work till we die. I'm like, okay, but you don't have to make that
That's up to
promise,
you.
but they really are. Yeah, I mean, I'm really trying to like, even though it is, you know, a rental situation and they're building their own brand, like I'm really trying to, I really want them to be a part of my brand. If there was someone that kind of didn't want that, I would just know that they're not a right fit for me.
Yes, that makes sense. Awesome. Okay, I have one last question for you, Kayla. You know, you just shared that you were able to get your team onto your vision for House of Color. If you're okay with sharing, what is your big vision for the House of Color, your overall brand ambition?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm really excited about having a new logo. I started doing merch and I really want to do some sort of like merch actual line. So having a logo to represent that is like so important to me. So I'm really excited. I've really wanted to get my windows painted for a while, which is like a really big, amazing logo. So I'm really excited to like have a true House of Color logo that just represents everything and be able to build with that, whether it be, you know, selling more brand, more merch, more clothing, doing like a color line potentially, selling combs and clips and things that are branded with House of Color, like that kind of idea, almost having like my own little merch shop. So that's kind of like why I don't want it to just be a brand. Yeah, so that's the goal. We'll see.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Consider me excuse me, a customer for your swag. I love the logo now, but I'm sure I'm gonna love the evolution of it. So that is such an exciting ambition to have, exciting vision for the House of Color. I'm so pumped for it. Tori's also cheering you on. We're here to support you. Oh no, did we lose Kayla? Is it just me or did other people lose her too? Oh, I think she's coming back. Oh, there's Danny.
That's me. I was saying, I think that we lost her.
Oh no. Oh wait.
What happened?
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. My thing just shut off. I'm like,
Oh no. It's okay. We see you now. So this is fabulous. As I was saying, I am so excited for your big vision. The swag, I'm here for it. Can't wait for the product line. I'm sure everyone here is so inspired by you. And with that, I know we're over time, but thank you so much, Kayla, for sharing all of your brand wisdom, your brand vision, your brand story, your team for the House of Color. You've clearly built one of the most vibrant empires I'm sure any of us have ever seen. And we're all very lucky to learn from you tonight. So thank you so much.
oh, thank you so much for having me. And I just like hope that you guys all go out there and build like your most perfect, beautiful brand that represents you. So
You're the best, Kayla. I also just want to say before we go, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let's do this. Kayla, do you see the chat?
Yes.
Can you scroll through and randomly like close your eyes or something and randomly choose 2 people to be the winners for our swag tonight?
Amazing. Yes.
She closed her eyes. I love it.
I did. Kripali, sorry.
Yay!
And do another one?
Yes, one more.
Okay. You told me to close my eyes.
I know.
Hold on, Danny Berkowitz. I don't know if that's. Let's try
Vegan
another one.
swag. Sorry, babe.
And Tasha Davis.
Yay, Tasha Davis, Corpali and Tasha. I'm sure you'll hear from Danny or our team on how to get your swag. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your participation. It means so much to see us all dream together, put the vision together, build the brand house. I hope you feel a stronger sense of your brand identity leaving here tonight. If anyone has any questions at all as you continue to work on your brand, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm going to put my email here in the chat, alyssa@glossgenius.com. And if you are part of the community Slack channel, you can also reach me there as well for any community members. I'm happy to answer any further questions that you may have. I know we didn't get time to get to Q&A tonight, but we're here. Kayla is also in the Slack community channel as well. Okay, but I wish you all a good rest of your evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Danny. I wish you all a great night. Thanks. Bye, everybody.